Hello, we are live.
We are.
Yes.
Am I live? Am I live? I don't know if my
I'm
connection.
I'm hoping that you are because it said that there was some. I know I'm live now. Let me see if you are. You're live on um uh
Yes, I'm live. No, yeah, I'm live on stuff on my profile. I'm good.
awesome. So I was able to do it just in time.
We
We were
were.
having a little bit of technical difficulties for those of you that are joining. So, um yes, welcome to Fun Fresh Friday.
Welcome to Fun Fresh Fridays. We made it.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So, how was your
Week.
yeah,
It's like yesterday we were together on the show. I mean,
really?
don't you think the weeks are just flying? Is it just me, or are you feeling this? Is everyone else out there feeling the same way? It's just like we're already at the end of March. 3
I
months of
know.
2023 has
Yeah,
just
it
gone.
just gone really quick. Wow. Well, no. Well, it didn't
Yeah.
fly by for me.
It didn't?
No, I wish it would, but it didn't
Oh,
fly by for me. But the
okay.
month did. The month flew by. That's what I know. That the month flew by, but not the Friday.
Not the okay. Well,
Mhm.
Fridays, that's why we
Yeah.
make it fun and fresh at the end because we're kinda long and drawn
Yes.
out during the day, so we just make
Yes.
you like that?
Yeah. Yes. Love it.
Yes. So, welcome everybody if you've just
Wel-
tuned in.
Welcome. Welcome. So,
Hashtag live.
go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
If you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. And if you're watching on troll time, hashtag troll.
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 Because we do have some trolls and they showed up.
Yes, yes. And we
Yeah.
welcome you. We love you.
Yes.
We want you
Welcome.
to know that we do love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. So, do you have any shout outs?
Um, who do I have a shout out today? I have a shout out to Andrew. Andrew, all the way in Canada. I just want to say hi, Andrew, because he does pop in and out once in a while. And I just want to say hi. And yeah,
Mm.
I hope it's not too cold in where's he? He's with the real cold part. What's it called? In not Toronto, where they speak French. What's that area there? Um anyway, he's in Canada. So it's a cold
Oh,
part.
got
Especially
it.
yes, yes. So
Got
welcome.
it.
You're watching
Welcome,
and
Andrew. Thank you for watching. I wanted to, you know, I don't know if you see it on my YouTube, but there was a comment for you.
for me. Oh,
Yes,
I didn't see that.
and the
And
comment is, Stefania, I think you don't see wrong in people, and you love people, and you want to give friendship a chance, good or bad. How about that comment?
oh.
Yeah.
And is that
So
someone you know, or is that just someone that
yes,
oh,
Anitra, the one that I gave a shout out on
uh-huh.
last week, and she also said, I just wanted to um,
Share.
that she said that we are. Hold on, I just wanted to read it, just to get you to know that we're having good comments, and also that you know. Hold on. Hold
Take
your
your name.
horses. Hold your horses.
Mhm. That's all right. We got time. We got time.
Okay. She there's a lot of uh well, she just said you ladies are doing a fabulous job, and that to keep it up, and she actually enjoys the show. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Anitra. Anitra, is it? Is that how you pronounce
Anitra. Hmm.
it? That's a nice name. Thank you, Anitra. And thanks for joining and thanks for, sharing. Because it's always nice to know what our audience thinks of us. And that means in any shape or form. Okay.
Right.
You don't have to feel like you have to put nice comments to us, do they?
No, they don't. We
Absolutely
would.
not. Because we don't take it as offensive, do we?
No, it's your opinion.
That's right. And feedback. It's actually feedback for us because if we're getting some sort of comment,
Hmm.
then that means there's some sort of interest, whether it's
Right.
positive or negative, which there isn't
Hmm.
really positive or negative, I believe. It's just feedback. So,
Right.
and we do keep it open mind and try and
Hmm.
see things from everybody's perspective. So, yeah,
Yes.
we welcome you.
Yeah. Welcome.
So
Welcome.
welcome.
Welcome. You know, so, just wanted to give that shout out and let you know about that comment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So there you go.
hmm
All
Well,
right.
last week we had a very interesting episode, didn't we? We really got some momentum going with ambivalent
Yes.
friends, didn't we, Zanetta? I enjoyed it.
Yes.
I had a great time talking. So it was so great that we actually had some requests, didn't we, Zanetta?
Hmm. We did.
With some requests to, you know, to stretch it out a little bit more and take it,
Continue.
yeah, and take it from a different angle, which we
Hmm.
have, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about how or when do you know to cut ties? And when I say cut ties, I don't mean, um, totally cut ties,
hmm
the heartstrings, cut the heartstrings. That's what we mean.
Pull them back a little.
Cut the heartstrings. Um,
hmm
because let's recap from last week,
Yes, I
on
think
a,
that's a good idea. If anyone hasn't watched it,
yeah.
we can recap and they can go back and watch it.
Yeah. So on last week, we talk about this friend that is in the category that we don't know. So we know our toxic people, toxic friends, and we know our best friends are the ones that we trust. But there's these friendship that are caught in between that we just don't know where to place them, and they're the ambivalent friends. So the ambivalent friends, break down the word ambivalent is the ones that are uh, sometimey, wishy-washy. Uh, they're putting you in a place where you're kind of seesawing. You're, well, I don't know. Um, so you're put in that predicament of having a tug of war on the inside.
So
Um,
there's discomfort going on, isn't there? With it?
Discomfort, yes. And these are the friends that blindside you with disappointment, with betrayal, with lies, with
Jealous.
jealousy, and they come out of nowhere. I mean, it comes out of nowhere, and that's where the pain, the hurt comes from. It really comes from the ambivalent friends. So if you haven't watched the last week's episode, please do watch and continue on with today's episode. So today we're going to talk about when do you know to cut the ties? Um, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous to have those kind of friends because of
Mm,
the emotional roller coaster that you're going through, and you're putting yourself through that.
in danger.
Yeah, because you're toggling. You're like, well, but we spent time together, we went on trips together, or we had what do you call it, a sleepover. We had a sleepover, um
We've
or
had many sleepovers.
yeah, or you've even said, you know what, I've told her some stuff,
Mm.
Or I've told him some stuff that, you know,
It's is mine, it's personal, and
yeah,
I've trusted this person with
yeah,
myself.
yeah. All right, Nicole. She said, does it come from nowhere? Or were they pretending to be untouchable from what they show already?
Mm.
Mm, well, so we are going to talk. um, so you have a telltale sign, and we all have that. When you have that kind of, I don't know, then that's already a sign or an answer to you already. Because we talked about that last week. Your subconscious is warning you,
Mhm.
telling you, don't, don't trust
Yeah,
this person.
yeah.
Don't give them deets. Don't give them deets. So, um, so when do you?
Mm.
When
When
do
do
you? Do you get to the point of finally until you blow up? You get
mm.
tired, or you have this huge argument over some frivolous thing, or do you cut the ties when you realize they did that one thing, or do you give them a chance, or do you continue to let them stomp all over your heart? Do you continue to give them chance after chance? Do you, and here's a good saying about what other people, yeah, almost everybody would say. Well, I think they were just having a bad day.
We make excuses, don't we?
Hmm.
We make
Yes.
big excuses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
What is that? After I challenge them on why. Mm. Sometimes friends will, those ambivalent friends would give you a great excuse. You know, um, so when do you figure out that they are an ambivalent friend?
Right. Well, that's a really tricky question,
Is it
Zanetta.
trick? Is it
I think it's
tricky?
tricky, and I don't think I'm gonna be honest, I think my belief, this is my belief, it's all different for everybody.
Hmm.
And this is only due to the experience you've had. We have those people that are well experienced with ambivalent friends,
Hmm.
and then there's those that aren't so experienced. So they means they just haven't had as many experiences.
Mm.
Then we have the nature of the person where there's one personality type that just will keep going along
Mm.
until one day it takes that one strong, hit, rocket
Mm.
up your butt, whatever you want to call it,
Mhm.
that is going to, you know, create that change instantly. There's those that doesn't take as many times, I
Mhm.
think, to reach that. They've got a different threshold. I think we've all
Mhm.
got different, like you have pain thresholds. I
Mhm.
think there's pain ambivalent friends thresholds.
That's funny. I'm
If
sorry.
there's such a thing, I think I've just invented that. But um, yeah, I think that's when it really comes to what it comes to. And like maybe you and I, because we've maybe experienced different levels,
Mhm.
at different amounts. I don't know. We have to do a count to see who's, but that doesn't mean anything. It just really means what do you put up with? What will you allow? What are your values? What are your, beliefs?
Mhm.
How much respect do you have for yourself as
Mhm.
to where you're going to cut those ties? But after having said that, I could have done a lot of what I'm doing now a lot earlier in my life, and that would
Mhm.
have saved me. But then again, I probably needed to experience all that to be the person I am now,
Mhm.
and be able to navigate through those, I guess ambivalent friend scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So certainly you we must take note of the feelings we have in our bodies. The
Mm-hmm.
discomfort. You mentioned something earlier where you said you get that that doubt, that inkling, that feeling. And some people get it in their throat, some people get it in their solar plexus, some people get it in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
I get it right in my solar plexus, right? I'm just like, it feels like it goes really deep. And once we learn to read our own bodies and
Mm-hmm.
read the messages that are coming through, because our bodies don't lie,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we learn to work on that. Um, yeah, what does Nicole
Yeah.
say?
In order to categorize them as ambivalent, you have to be unsure about them in the first place. That is correct. You
Hmm.
have this unsureness, you're like, there's something about that individual I just don't know. But some
Right.
but sometimes
Mm.
those friends don't show it until later. And you've
That's true.
already and you've already, created this type of relationship.
Mm.
Um and then something, what?
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a perfect can I share a story? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
because
Yeah.
I was rewatching the show because I like to do that because then I like to, I should have asked a question when you said that because you said, well, I have categorized them and one of them was in the best friend category first and then kind of downgraded to an ambivalent friend. I was like, well, wait a minute, what happened?
Correct.
Yeah,
To
well, go ahead.
From
I'm
an
sorry.
ambivalent friend to then no friend. It kind of got to no friend.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I think back, when I actually think back now that, I'm watching it back, I'm watching it like a replay of a movie. When you watch a movie that you love or that you really just love watching it, and every time you watch it, you catch another scene that you've missed, or oh my God, I don't remember that. Or well, that's the same as with our lives.
Hmm.
That's what I did. And if I've got to be really honest with myself, which I wasn't obviously back then, the signs were there. The signs were there. I just chose not to look at them. I chose not to make a big deal of them. I chose to just sweep them under the carpet. They'll go away.
Mm-hmm.
So when the big blow up happened
Mm-hmm.
after like 13 years, we'd had little blow ups, but we managed to, talk them through. And I always think about that this other person always seemed to, if you want to call it win or lose, but always had that upper hand, like the control of, okay, I've smoothed this over.
Mm-hmm.
I I just agreed. I just like, oh, okay. But something inside was, but the very last time, you know what the interesting thing is, Zanetta? The very last time, it wasn't about me. It was about someone else very close in my family that was affected, or I felt was affected and
Mm.
disrespected. So it then triggered me to just really see things in a different perspective. Isn't it funny? Like, touch my family and I'll kill you.
Right. Exactly.
Whereas touch me, I can handle it. I can handle this, but you touch my family, there's no forgiveness, right? Which I'm not saying in the literal sense, no forgiveness. I have forgiven. I've just let it go. I just,
Hmm.
taken her on board as a learning experience. So therefore, yes, I had this person as my best top friend. And then slowly, slowly, this person showed their colors to, in the end, they really noosed themselves.
Mm.
That's the only way I can say it, because I didn't do it. It all just very much unfolded on its own
Yeah.
till I thought, you know what? Where am I putting my energy? Is it
Hmm.
is there a return? It's like when you
Hmm.
put your money in the bank. Are you getting a good investment out of that term deposit or not? Same
Right.
thing. Energy is our
Make
new
sure that you don't put it in the Silicon Valley Bank.
But
Yeah.
energy is our new currency. Energy is our new currency today. We don't worry about banks. Energy is our new currency. And
Right.
if we
Right.
really understand that, when you do have, monetary money things, you'll know when
Hmm.
to invest it because already you know how to navigate through the money, the energy is our new currency. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And just to, tap on that, energy is our new currency, and that's going to be our, our nucleus as to how we're going to figure out when to,
Mm,
cut ties. Because here Nicole said every ambivalent friend I ever had didn't last too long in the ambivalent category. Once I'm like, what is this thing you are doing? It's over and immediately in the no friend zone. So, yeah. So, oftentimes, see, the thing is that because when we did that segment on last week, a lot
mhm,
of people had responded and said, wow, you guys have opened our eyes to these friends that we thought were friends, and actually they're the ambivalent friends. So it hasn't been talked about. It doesn't, we don't have that kind of conversation, or
mm.
nobody even teaches you these things.
No.
So you're walking around, you know for 13 years thinking you have a best friend, when in actuality in the beginning she wasn't. So
Oh.
that's why we're doing these shows and, these telltale signs. So energy is currency, is the new currency. So when you have that, it's immediate. Your body, like what you said, your body will not lie to you. Your body will be like, what just happened? What did I do? Wait a minute, I just asked a question, and well, and stop making that excuse. You
Mm,
need to stop. When you start questioning, like what you said last week, you've already went too far in the your body or your mind or your subconscious telling you, uh-uh, this one need to go on the no friend zone. You need to start putting them.
yes.
Yeah,
Putting them in their boxes, in their categories, right?
right, right. And not only that, you're reserving, you're preserving your energy. You're
Mm,
reserving it and you're preserving it.
I like.
You're allowing, yourself. Okay, how can I put this? All right. Um, you're allowing yourself or your subconscious to be the gatekeeper of your
Mm,
heart, of your mind, of your soul, and of your spirit. You can't just choose one, and you have to do the whole body, the whole human, the whole makeup, because we're
mm,
not just flesh, we're not just we're a lot of parts. We're,
mm.
mind, body, spirit, and soul. So you have to be the gatekeeper of each and every one of those. And sometimes the spirit is crying so loud that you're looking at the physical, or you're looking at what the person has done or did for you, and you're giving an excuse. Uh,
What a truth,
that's my
right?
sister.
It's
Hold
like,
on, let me let's give, Nicole. Oh, thank you, Nicole, for stopping by and chatting with us. And to forgive yourself to having those people as friends. Some people come in our lives through trauma, and once the trauma is over, the performance still goes on. Oh,
mm,
wow. That's wow.
deep.
That's deep. The performance still goes on. Yeah. Do you think you have to let them know you're cutting ties, or just ghost them? Just ghost them.
Well, hang on a minute, hang on.
I know. I'm playing. I'm playing.
She's
I'm playing.
saying that. She's saying, she's stirring me up here. Right, Stefani's going to say something. Well, remember, ghosting. How do you feel about ghosting?
Me, I don't care.
You don't care? Okay. Well, then that's fine. You don't have a problem with it. But for me, it depends, right? If I'm
Hmm.
treated really harshly, and they've given all the, the evidence, and you've really said, okay, um, you can say, okay, well, you've said it all. Thank you.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's it. What can we say? I'm not going to argue. Thank you. And that's it. You don't have to go into the whole explaining, look, we're not going to be friends anymore. I just characterized you as an ambivalent friend now. And, I've just decided this is it.
Yeah.
Don't have to go through all that.
Yeah. Well, true. Yeah. You don't have to. Um, but there are some that you have to, because they
Mm,
will continue and continue and continue and continue.
mm,
And so, you'll just have to. I'm not going to answer you. You look
mm,
like you're going to get ghosted. Look
yeah.
like, well, how come you haven't been answering me? Get the clue.
Some
Get a clue.
people don't get the clues, Anetta. Honestly, some people just don't get it. Because
That
don't
that
forget,
is true.
everyone's got their own internal representation of everything. So what they're filtering through is totally different to what you're filtering. So
I'm
there's gonna
I'm
be a lapse
about to say
there.
something. I'm about to say something that
Please.
okay. Because this thing is very passionate in me, and I'm just tired of ambivalent friends. I almost said something. um
Some
then if
hang on,
they
look at that. Can I
if
just say,
each of us I agree with Stefania. What is it? I agree with some people need to hear it plain. After you said it plainly, and then they still keep on. Yep.
Zanetta, you've got to understand, right? And this only comes from experience through what I do and
Hmm.
teaching and all the years that, I've taught, and even going back to hairdressing years, right? When I was a hairstylist, I really believe a lot of people just want it straight up, a very plain, simple, simplified version of what's happening, because I don't know where they're living in Nana land, where they're living, because it just either goes over their head or it's totally, well, what happened? I thought that was normal. We all have a different understanding of what normal is.
I, I I
And
I think what you're I don't think I explained myself clearly.
oh,
I said that once you've told them that they're already in an ambivalent area or in a no friend zone, but then
mm,
they keep on coming and coming and coming,
oh,
I'm
okay.
not gonna waste my energy.
Yeah, that's
No, I
yeah.
get a clue. We
Mm,
already talked about it. We already discussed it. We blew up about it. I'm not gonna do round two. I'm not
mm.
gonna do round three. I'm not gonna do round four until 12 rounds. Until no, I am not.
Thank you.
Right,
What'd she
right.
say?
She doesn't give ambivalent cues or clues. Right. I don't. I don't give ambivalent. So if you don't want to talk to me,
That's fine. Right.
deuces. Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Zanetta.
Oh God.
Ta-ta. You're
Yes.
questioning me. So what happens, right, if you know that this person is ambivalent, has done some ambivalent stuff to make you put them in the
Ambivalentness.
ambivalent zone,
Uh
right?
huh. Hmm.
And then cut them off, or you're coming close to cutting them off, possibly, like, when do we cut them off? So say, for example, this ambivalent friend who possibly is only, let's pick a figure, 20% ambivalent and 80% true. Is there such a thing? I don't know. But, or has come across as being ambivalent, but then comes across truly has realized that he or she has stuffed up, like really mucked up,
Hmm.
and they want to, repair things. They want to make things up. They want to show you that it wasn't intentional. I don't know what I was thinking. I just am so sorry. I apologize. What happens then?
I'll accept the apology, but we ain't gonna be kumbaya. We're not
Ah,
gonna
yeah,
kumbaya.
yeah.
No, no.
Right. Okay.
Because one
Because
thing, here's the thing, and we talked about it last week. We said we discovered that ambivalent friends are charismatic.
mm,
They're so charismatic that when they're called out on their BS, I am so sorry. I
mm.
didn't know. Yeah, you did. I didn't know. This is just. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna make it up to you. Let's go out. Let me take you out to dinner. Let me do this, and um, I forgive you, but we ain't going out to dinner. I don't care if you're paying for it. I'll pay for my own dinner.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
because they showed when they show their true colors.
Mm.
That's the
Once
reason why it's called true colors.
mm.
Because they're either red, blue, or yellow, the three primary colors. And they've been showing you purple all this time. And then all of a sudden you remember, oh, they show you, oh, I'm red. You think that
I like that.
you can't change. You
Actually, they've actually shown you a tertiary color, not a complementary color. So
There
they've
you
gone
go.
deeper.
They gone deeper.
Mhm.
Deeper. They gone deeper. I like it. Deeper.
They gone deeper. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's that I like that analogy, Zanetta. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like, that is gold. Drop the mic. Bang. Because it's true. They're not showing you their complementary, their true colors, because you can't break down red,
You
yellow, and
can't.
blue, right?
You
There's just no way
cannot.
you can. But they've gone straight to tertiary color, which means you need to make a complementary color to make that third tertiary color. So they've really dug a little hole for themselves, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So once you
And
discovered,
mhm,
I see, I see you. Oh God, got it. Yeah. Um, was it Maya Angelou that said, "When people show you who they really are, believe them"?
yeah. Or when they tell you something, believe them.
Believe them.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
'cause sometimes they say it jokingly, but really you say what you mean and you mean what you say.
Yeah.
It's coming from the subconscious. It's coming from your higher self.
Right. Right. You
And
know, Nicole and I have been friends for a long time.
Mhm.
Not one time have we ever had a conversation that was in the ambivalent category.
Mm.
Not one time. The reason why is because I'm not an ambivalent friend.
Right.
She's not an ambivalent friend. Not one time did we ever have a conversation, as much as it was a little, dicey at sometimes because we're talking to each other in love and in truth. You
Mhm.
know, how you got on me, and I'm like, eh.
Right.
But I knew where you were coming from. Yes, we are both straight shooters. So straight. It takes a eclectic taste to be around Nicole. You can be around her. I am 100% positive you can be around Nicole. But it, we've had conversations that were Zanetta, you need, this is what's going on. I'm going to tell you the truth, Zanetta. You do, and you're telling me this. Not one time did I ever, you know, because
Mm,
I knew where you were coming from. I knew you were coming from the place of love. I knew
mhm,
you were coming from the place of, wanting me to succeed,
mhm,
wanting to empower me,
mhm,
and not you using it to dominate me.
mhm. What did
Mm.
she say there? And for some reason,
And for some reason, people still allow me to be their therapist. You can't be my therapist. I'm sorry, because I'll be cracking up all day. No.
right. But, I just wanted to add to what you said a bit earlier. They tell you the truth, they're straight shooters. And I love that about people that, are in my circle,
Hmm.
because those that do the little dancing around, they're hiding something, or they're just not,
Yeah.
you know, we're straight up, we expect straight up answers, right? So
Right.
there's this saying in Italian, right? Because, I'm always bringing up some Italian
Yes,
proverbs
I love
that
it.
don't make sense in English, but I'm going to say it anyway. In Italian, there's this saying that goes, it's hard to find a friend or a real person, real, true friend, to say, wash your face so you'll look better than me.
Mm.
Wash your face so you look better than me. So, in other words, you're helping that person shine, and it's not taken away from you. But a lot of people have that scarcity mindset, and they won't say, you
Right.
know, Zanetta, um, you've got a little bit of sleep in your eye. You need to get rid of it, and you didn't even know. But I'm just saying that as an example. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Or you got something, and or have you tried doing this, and you're just gonna like, and I'm
Right.
using physical forms, but no one will open that up for you. No one, because it's all like me, 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 me.
Right. Right. Yeah, and you're so right. That proverb or that saying in Italian, wash your face so you can look better than me. I mean, that says it plainly. Like when I saw you, I said, Stefania, you look so fabulous. You know, because I mean, you really do. You look fabulous, and you make me look good too. So, but to see you look like that makes me happy
Right.
because I'm
Because
seeing the glow, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Stefania, oh, you look so beautiful. And then you turn around, I just want to tell you something. And I was like, oh gosh. And when you said, I love you, I was like, I said, you gonna make me cry before we start this live.
I know, I just
Yeah,
like that just came from my heart. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I just
And I
like
felt
that
it.
came from your heart as well, and you can feel it. You feel
Yeah,
that energy. So there's
yeah,
this, you're resonating at the same frequency with those people that are meant to be in your life, those people that are not ambivalent. When you are with ambivalent people, friends or associates, you are not resonating at the same frequency. So
right.
therefore, that's why you have this tug and pull inside you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Friendships, relationships, all the way down the track should just, I'm not saying you're not going to argue and you're not going to have disagreements. No,
right,
because you need that. That's challenge. They're the catalyst moments that make you grow and push you. But
right,
it's having that resonance, that resonating at that frequency, even when you're disagreeing,
right.
because there's this open gateway of allowing each person to have their space in a safe space, right?
Yeah, yeah. Nicole said that's what no competition looks like. That is so true. Because we're not in competition. And also, and did you know that you can be a straight shooter without being hurtful? That's an art. I always talk about the art of communication. There is an art to communication, especially when a friend um, had suffered some trauma.
Mm,
There's certain things, or that the friend is in a situation that is, stressful already. That is, they're at the point of just bursting or imploding or whatever the emotion is. And you should know that. And with you when you were going through with your father, not only just your father, but also your mother. So you were being stretched.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, you were. So my communication to you had to be sensitive. It had to be empathetic. It had to be understanding. It had to be, patient. It had to be all of that, especially when you didn't text me right away. How dare she? Oh,
Yeah, I know.
no, I know this. I know the reason why. That's why when I would text you, text me whenever you can, whenever you have the time, whenever you are able, whenever you are free, because I understand. That's called empathy. That's called, giving the person the gift of not making them feel guilty.
Right, right. So,
That's a
I
sign.
that is a sign. That is definitely, and I thank you. I thank you really from the top bottom of my heart that you have been there all along, and particularly during that period, and even after. I know that, grief isn't linear, and I won't say that I
Right.
have the best days every day. I do have my ups and downs, and I don't know how long that's gonna go on for. It really depends, I guess, on me or circumstances or whatever, but you ride them through. But when you have good supportive friends that are there, it just makes it a lot easier. It
Hmm.
definitely does. And if you're feeling that discomfort, even through your own discomfort, I think that's a clear sign. And that is a time that you may need to break away and cut ties with those people, because, you know, you can't be using that energy, that little bit of energy that you have to try and work through all that other negative stuff that's happening,
Right.
you know? So
Right.
that's why I say, energy is the new currency. And I think too, I've come to terms to accept this, that some relationships, they don't last forever. I think if we look at it from the perspective that, these people that shake us up or make us feel a certain way,
Hmm.
it's not good or bad, but if you can look at it as they have been the catalyst
Hmm.
in my life to stretch me,
Hmm.
make me grow to be the person that I am today. So I thank them.
Hmm.
I mean, it takes a
Yeah.
while to get to that, but if you can look at it, it's that, because there's always a good reason as to why that has happened.
Right. Right. Um, so here's a tool that can be used
Mhm.
when something offends us. It's something on the inside that we have not dealt with, or it gives us a clue as to what we won't tolerate. So there's certain things that we won't tolerate, or certain things that we need to grow from, or we have not mm, faced. It's like what you said. You kept on sweeping it under the rug. We do that, we do that a lot. We sweep things under the rug and thinking that it's just going to go away or disappear. It isn't. It's not going to go away. It's going to be there. So you have to deal with it. And these are the things that you need to ask yourself when a friend does something, when you get offended, or when you get hurt, or when you feel betrayed, or when you feel like you've been used. You have to ask yourself, are these things that I don't tolerate, or things that I have not faced and overcome and conquered? So,
Mhm.
uh, you know, there's a lot of things that I won't tolerate.
And that's fair enough.
Yeah,
That
there's
is
a lot of
fair enough.
things that I won't put up with.
That's right.
And what I won't put up with is the friend giving me some BS when I get to the point of, okay, That's it.
Boom. We're gonna have this conversation.
That's it. That's it. Stop BSing me because I already know what's going on and dot, 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 dot. When I get to that point,
Mm. Because when you get to that point, I don't know about you, I've gotten to that point where I really feel like my intelligence has been insulted.
mm,
That's the only way I can put it to. I've allowed this to go on, because that's what we do. We allow it. We know what's going on, but
yeah.
we don't stop them in their tracks because we give them the benefit of the doubt. They're going to go through this, all right, or whatever. I don't know what it is that makes us do that. But when it hits that one point, you really had enough, and you said, you must think I'm just a dumb bat. You're insulting my intelligence now. 'Cause
Right.
bats aren't dumb. Bats are not, silly. Bats are really clever. I
Oh,
don't know if
yeah.
you have bats around your area, but we have a lot of bats here. But, as an animal spirit, you can relate to that. You don't have to. You just need to be, and once you get it out of your system, the ball is back on their court. It's like, you know
Hmm.
what? You deal with it now.
Yeah. It's like what you said, energy, you don't need that. Why are you taking their energy?
Mhm.
That is not yours, so don't take it. Push it back. No, sorry,
Mhm.
push it back. Um, you said, we give them the benefit of the doubt. Um, a long time ago, I used to do that. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Mm-mm. I don't do that anymore because I ask myself a question: is there benefit in doubt? Is there benefit in doubt?
Hmm. Good question.
So, what I'll do is a trial period. I don't give them the benefit of doubt. I give them a trial period. Just like the credit cards, they give you a grace period.
Uh, do you let them know they're on a trial period?
I'm gonna let this one slide. That's what I say.
Again?
I'm gonna let this one slide.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, this happened again? Nope, not going to let this happen. No.
Mm, mm.
Because I am the gatekeeper of my soul, my spirit, my mind, my heart. Yes.
Right. So I have another question. Oh, full of questions.
Sure. Go ahead.
You're the one asking all the questions, and I'm taking over the question today. So you know how we have this saying, "You keep your friends close, but your enemies closer."
Mhm.
Would you say that the same thing applies to you keep your friends close, but your ambivalent friends closer?
No, no. I understand the concept of,
Or do
you know,
we keep our negative friends close at all? Or is that just a
right, right, right. It's like I don't, I understand the concept of keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. I understand the concept, but to do it actually, no.
Mm,
Because if your enemy is close to you, they can do damage.
yeah.
That they're that much closer to you, they can do that more quicker damage. So my um, my analogy to that is that if you have an apple that in the bowl, and one of them is rotten and it's at the bottom,
Mhm.
that one apple is going to start to spoil the rest. So, yeah, no. You need to throw that rotten apple out. Yeah,
And clean the bowl,
yeah,
and clean the
and
bowl.
clean the bowl. Why? Because there's residue.
Right. And in this
Yeah,
case, the bowl is your mind, is your
it
programming.
is. You have to cleanse it. You have because there's residue.
Mhm.
Yeah. You have to really be careful and, like I said, be the gatekeeper. You can't allow every and anybody in because they're going to taint, and that's your energy. You just be the gatekeeper. Do you
Mm.
know the passcode? Do you know the
Yeah,
password?
that's right. Well, you just
Mm.
have to keep changing it, actually. That's what I was talking about today. I had, like, a little mini, um,
Live.
presentation.
Oh.
Yeah, a presentation today. Yeah, it was quite good with some people in from Finland. For example.
Nice.
Uh,
I want to visit
Finch
there one day.
Finch are really, yeah. So I was talking about, it's really, we run on these programs. We don't have a problem. We have a program, and I've said that before.
Hmm.
So we have a program, and we have a password to get into that program. They're the triggers.
Hmm.
So if we are mindful of changing our password regularly, there's a, we keep
Hmm.
cleaning, we are then less likely to be triggered. We are less likely to, allow these people to even come too close to us because
Right.
we changed our password.
Hmm.
So, I think that's really important.
It
I know
is.
I talk to people in this, I guess, technological terms because we're all tech savvy now. Everyone's got an iPhone or a phone. Everyone's got a computer. Everyone's got, if they don't have a computer, they have an iPad. Someone's got something electronic. Long gone are the days that you have this phone that doesn't have internet. Like,
Hmm.
um, I did see one of my mum's friends that she has one of those phones. I've even forgotten what they're called. That they have no internet connection. They're just a normal cellular phone,
Mm.
that you have to type in. They've got the push buttons and everything. And I'm like, oh my god, that looks like, you know Captain Columbus would have used back then. I use an American. We say Captain Cook here, because Captain Cook was the founder of Australia. So that phone, Captain Cook era. You know who Captain Cook.
I'm sorry. Oh God. Oh, if I say that, oh my God.
I'd
Oh.
say Captain, you know, Christopher Columbus. So that phone dates back to Christopher Columbus time. So, um, yeah, getting back to the tech stuff, we speak in that language, so we can actually subconsciously it actually filters through when we're able to relate and make those
Hmm.
changes.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. And it's up to you to give the password. It's up to you to let them in, to
mhm,
give the key.
mhm,
But do remember that, it's only um uh there's this I don't know if it's a culture thing. I think it is. I think it's a culture thing. So whenever we visited, certain uh, African American families, they had this place, this room in the house where you don't go. You oh no, you don't go in that room. But it's beautifully decorated. Oh my gosh, it's the sofa, the chair, the I mean, it's just beautiful.
mm.
Oh no, we don't go in that room. Why? So we should have the same concept. Oh, you can come in the foyer. Oh, that room
Out of
in
bounds,
eh, no, you don't belong in. No, you don't go in that room. So
right?
we need to adapt that as well.
I think
Not
so.
saying, yeah, not saying that they can't come in. You're not gonna come in certain areas that only are reserved and preserved for certain people.
Mm, I like that, Zanetta.
Yeah.
Drop the mic. Twice today. Twice today. I like that. Certain areas that is reserved and preserved only for certain people in your life. And this is something we've really got to be mindful of,
Hmm.
because I mean, I know I had to, because I was, I know the standard joke. I was doing kumbaya with everybody. Like, it's just everybody's like my super friend.
Can we be friends? Yeah, you were cute. No, no, but like what I said last time. I mean, last week. No, that's a beautiful character to have. I mean, for you to want to be, friends with everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. There actually it's beautiful. Um, Opposite. Me on the other hand, Miss Analytical, Miss I'm gonna, you know, touch you with a 10-foot pole. You know, you get any closer, mm, done. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a beautiful characteristic to have. Um, I believe it was it Picasso or was it? I think it's no, it was Vincent van Gogh who said it took me 7 years to become a master, but a lifetime to be a child. In other
Mm.
words, in painting. So it
Mm.
took what? That's it's
My-
mind-boggling
mm.
because he is not constrained with how creativity is. So, and that's why Picasso. That's why
Thank you.
Vincent Van Gogh paints the way he does. And he said it took him 7 years to mastery, but it took him a lifetime to paint like a child.
Mm.
So, it's so yeah. There's nothing wrong with you want to kumbaya with everyone. We should all strive to kumbaya with everyone. you know, because it's there's nothing malice about it. There's no malice. Mine
Yeah.
there is.
I
Mine there
know.
is because I'm
But
suspicious.
I think I had to adopt, like Nicole said, more discernment. I think that's, there's this balance. You got to have this balance. And I think I
Mhm.
was just totally, and I know it is, friendly, and it's childlike, but it does have its little disadvantages.
It does.
It does.
That's why you have a friend like me who
Right.
will be like a mama bear in a split second.
Right. Right. And yeah, and I don't think I'm going to change it, because that is a quality about me that it just I can't remove it, And
No, you can't.
I was listening to a documentary even yesterday about relationships, and
Hmm.
how actually it was an interview with Esther Perel. You know Esther Perel? She's quite big there in the States. She's a relationship, um, a couples therapist, and should look her up. But anyway, she talks about there's not enough playfulness in couples, in relationships. So this also, comes into play in every area of our lives,
Hmm.
where we just have to add a little bit more play. Now, this doesn't mean immaturity, play, because some people think child, you're being a child, but there's this lightness about a child.
Hmm.
This is what we're looking at, right? This nonchalant, I fall, you've seen a child fall, and it's pretty grazed, and it just gets back up and starts running again
Yeah.
without any tears, no nothing. And whereas as an adult, we fall and we're just like licking our wounds, like that's the
Oh,
end.
it's a whole,
Different
a whole
story.
production of drama.
So yeah, I really try and adopt that, and I've probably learnt to just step back and listen more, just observe and just allow people to play out, because at the end of the day, everything does surface. The truth The truth
Always.
comes up. The truth always surfaces. It comes
Always.
surface, right?
Yeah, always. It always does. Um, but I like what the question that you posed. What if this individual says, I've made mistakes and I'm sorry and I would like to, rekindle this friendship or, patch it up or whatever it is. Sure. you know I do have some friends that I can have a conversation with, but not a deep conversation.
Right. You don't let them go in that room again.
No.
You may have let them go in once or twice, right? But they're not going back in that room.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Not the reserved room. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, and I've had that too, because for me, I've even experienced where I have let them back in, yet I've forgiven them and everything. But you know what? I haven't broken friends, but they haven't gone back in that room, and sooner or later, that kind of personality type that hasn't worked on themselves, because that's what it
Hmm.
all is. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Someone that hasn't really stopped to go and work deeper on themselves. The same issue resurfaces, but just a
Mm.
different day, a
Yeah.
different time, a different scenario.
Yeah.
So, and you just got to like, okay, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not judging it. It is what it is. That's who they are. And I kind of knew that anyway, but I'm not expecting like to have this person as what was before. Because
Mm.
the saying that once you break a vase,
Hmm.
they you say theys,
A vase. I like vase.
vase,
Once you. Hmm.
and you put it together. Have you ever broken a vase and you've tried to glue it back together?
It's not the same.
It's not the same. You may
No.
glue it back together, but it's got cracks. And secondly, when you put water in it, the
It's going
chances
to
are,
seep.
yeah. So and this is not being negative. This is just being plain out
It's
real.
truthful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to accept that. And
Yeah.
if it does seep out, you just have to be prepared that that's what's going to happen if you try and put water in that vase again.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that friendships can be, once they're shattered, and relationships, because same thing applies. Same, it takes a lot of work to be able to erase and
Hmm.
forgive and start from that total scratch.
Hmm.
Just it's just really challenging. It's not
Yeah.
impossible. It can be done, but, it doesn't happen overnight. That's the
Hmm.
thing. In today's times, we're too impatient. We want it to be like it was yesterday, really quick, and it doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't happen that way. Um, so, um, so the question is, because we're at an hour. So the
Mm.
question is, when do we know to cut the ties? Well, you just need to cut them in certain areas, not totally cut off, um, because you still want to be a friend. You still want to be that person who um, they can glean off of, you
Mm.
know, and you can glean off of them too. It's uh, you still get you still you still get nutrients when you eat cake. Even you still get
Sugar,
nutrients, right? You still get
what
nutrients. You get some nutrients from cake,
carbohydrates. We need carbohydrates to keep
right?
going, right?
You can get something from a cake.
You get a
Uh,
buzz,
but
sugar
but
buzz.
to my point, you still get something. You know, um, so to cut off, just no, just be available whenever they can,
Mm.
and be honest with yourself. If you don't want to, don't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, don't.
Really important,
Don't
don't.
make yourself feel guilty. Don't let them make you feel guilty. I think Nicole said something to the effect of, um, oh, so we feel like we owe them for being there, so we keep them around. It's like we owe them. So, like, eh, well, you were there for me and now I got to be there for you. No, not at all.
Mhm.
Just remember the currency is now energy.
Mm.
Save it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Invest in your energy, not in somebody else's energy that
Oh,
depletes you. Yeah.
exactly. I love it.
I didn't
Well,
know we're already an hour.
I know, it doesn't time fly when we're chatting away,
I
having
know.
fun?
Yeah. So do like, subscribe, and share.
That's right. Now, in now time energy.
Right. So I do want to say thank you for those that are actually subscribing and liking my page, my um, what do they call it? Business page? Yeah, business page on Facebook.
Mhm.
Um, and also, if you would like to like and subscribe on my YouTube, click that bell to notify you that we are going to live, so you won't miss the segments that we have on Fun Fresh Friday.
Right, and if you've got nothing to do on Thursdays, you can come and
Yes.
join me at Let's Talk Relationship with myself. Sometimes we
Yeah.
have a guest, but, yeah, everything under the banner of relationships, and, uh, yeah, we've had some really good topics. Well, I believe they've been really good topics, and,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
They've
people
been juicy,
they've been juicy topics, yeah,
juicy
so you can
topics.
replay, at the Gentleman Square on YouTube. Yes, please come and subscribe,
Yeah.
leave a comment.
So we will be having Nicole as our guest, because we like to tap into her brain, into her genius, as to how, um, because well, let's face it, there are more people going, more being, I guess, I don't want to say more people, but I think mental illness is now being accepted, that it is a real illness and that we do need help. We do need professionals, not your we call them barracks lawyers, barracks therapists. No, don't go to those people because
Mhm.
you'll really need a therapist then. You'll be an inpatient and not an outpatient. But anyway, only those that know what I mean. You know what I mean when I talk about inpatient.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we will have her. We'll do the. We'll coordinate as to when she
Mhm.
would be available because she is California time. So
Right.
she's 3 hours behind me, East
Yes.
Coast. Yeah. So we'll coordinate that. And yeah. So, Stefania, what is your takeaway?
Oh, a lot of the takeaways, but, I think my takeaway was, um, a few of those drop the mics, uh, I guess, tips or suggestions that you made, but, um, I think just really pay attention to your signals that are going on in your body because no one can tell you when, only you know. And like you said earlier, it may not necessarily be a cutoff, but
Hmm.
it could mean you don't go in this room anymore. I think that was the takeaway for me,
Hmm.
knowing that it doesn't mean the end, because that person may be on a journey and they may be on a journey of transformation and you may just be that catalyst that is pushing them along. You don't have to be Mother Teresa to them, but you know we don't want to turn our backs totally on them. I don't think, unless they do
Hmm.
something really, really nice, say, well, you know what, I just, this is it. And in my life, believe it or not, I've only had to do that twice. And that's not a lot compared
Mm-hmm.
to some people, right?
Yeah.
Just simply because it was like it was very painful, and it was too painful for me to have to deal with it. Do you know what I'm saying? That
Mm.
it's not worth it. Where am I putting my energy? And
Right.
this person is definitely, it's not about me upsetting me, but it's taking from me. I'm unable to deal with this. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that I have to do that. And I'm not sorry. I just, still love them from afar, send them good wishes, but it doesn't mean you have to be in their energy. It's
Right.
simple as that, right?
Yeah.
But listen to your body, listen to the signs, listen to those inklings, that doubt that we talked about. Don't just sweep it under the carpet. Um, know that you can sever ties or pull back or do something. Don't
Mm-hmm.
just sit there like a victim, because when you just sit there and not do anything, you're actually doing something. You're just licking your wounds. And yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Because we can
Mm-hmm.
do that where we complain to someone else about what that person's been doing, but ultimately we're allowing it. So we have to do something.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway. Listen to your body. It never
Listen.
lies.
Right.
Mm. And you,
Right.
Zanette, what's your takeaway?
Um, I usually say something funny, but oh my gosh,
Not today.
not today.
Mm,
Um, my takeaway is that it's better to have a few friends that are of quality than to have a quantity of friends
mm,
that will not make you a better person, a better human being. Um, you know, give you know give the gift of you. Yeah, because if you're giving bad energy, then yeah, yes, it's definitely peace of mind. It is. Yeah, it is. And this actually goes with family. Um, my sister, that's my sister, and I tell her everything. I mean everything. Yeah,
everything,
everything. Yep.
everything.
And she will be the one to tell me, now you need to, now you need. Yeah, she does that too, but she does it so lovingly.
Oh, no one
She does. You know,
blessed to like that.
yeah. And so yeah, I'd rather have quality, a few quality friends than to have, a whole bunch of friends. I have that's why my Facebook friends dwindled down.
Hmm.
So I'm not into that. Oh, I have, 6K friends. No, you
Yeah,
don't,
no, no,
because you can't even name them all.
that's right. Well, there's
Yeah,
that. They're just joke. They're only kidding themselves anyway. So,
yeah, yeah. It's all about the status. Oh, look at me. I have so many friends. Yeah. How many of those friends will support you?
hmm.
Because here's the question. If you have 6K friends, then why are there only 10 views when you post a
I know that they could say, well, that's Facebook's, algorithms.
no, those are your friends who is viewing or likes. You
Uh,
have 6K friends and you should have
all right,
6K.
all right, all right, all right, all right.
I'm just telling it like it is and the truth.
That's
The
true.
truth is,
Because then you've got some troll ambivalent friends.
well, those are probably the ones who's giving you the 10 views. The trolls and not your friends. Supposedly on Facebook. I'm sorry. I was trying to be nice. But here we go. No, no, it's true. It is so true.
Mm.
It's so true. Your views does not match your friends on Facebook.
No, no,
Doesn't.
absolutely.
So, so who you
Okay,
kidding? Nobody.
nobody, just yourself.
Right.
Yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself. Well, this has been a great show once again. Thank
Yeah.
you to everybody that's joined in and Nicole, Mulaney,
Mialani.
Mialani.
Hmm.
And was that all? Was it only Nicole and Mialani? I think so. But
Yeah.
if you're catching it on the replay, please comment. Please let us know your thoughts. Um, any thought is a good thought. We just
Yes.
welcome it. We just love it as feedback. If there's any topics that you'd like us to, talk about, discuss, go deeper in, please feel free to pop it in the chat. And, we do read all our messages. We do get back to you in time.
Hmm.
We don't, you don't go unnoticed. And yeah, we just love you all.
Yes. Kumbaya.
Hold hands.
So until next time,
Yes, we
same
send you.
time, same place.
Yes, catch us here on a Friday and Saturday morning
Mm-hmm.
Australian time. Yeah, until the time changes. Then we're going back to 10:30 when we go back an hour. So it will always be American same time for you guys, but I kind of move around, your time. So that's okay. But we want to send you lots of love and
Passion.
yes, until next time. Bye for
Till next
now.
time.